How's everybody doing? Happy Asian Heritage Month coming up. Well, welcome everybody to City Hall, and I want to say thank you for helping us kick off the next month of great celebrations. We have worked out with our Asian American Heritage Month Celebration Committee a celebration of great milestones. And I've been reminded we have a lot of milestones coming up, whether it's this year's 40th celebration of our Seoul Sister City, 50 years with the Asian Art Museum. Hey, Jay is here. Or about next year, and that's next year, but 60 years with Osaka Sister City. Yes. And of course, 110 years with our Japantown. So a lot of milestones to celebrate. And I don't know if you knew this, I just celebrated with many groups from the Burmese community yesterday and just beginning to think about and understand their new democracy. They're trying to run the country, and I think we'll have a lot of interest in that as well. I say thank you to each and every member of the Board of Supervisors for being here. Supervisor Peskin, good to see you. Supervisor Wiener, Katie Tang, Norman Yee, Eric Marr. Am I missing anybody? The Sheriff, Sheriff Hennessy, welcome, welcome. And more importantly to all of you and sponsors of many different events that will go on for the entire month. And I know a lot of you are just representing a whole bunch of different groups. And by the way, I just started meeting with SF Asia as well. And that's just a whole lot of groups that want to do business outside of China, but all the other Asian countries. And we want to make sure that our city is well represented in that endeavor as well. So on behalf of the city, and certainly in joint with our Board of Supervisors, I want to say congratulations. Let's kick this off. We have a great women's summit that's coming up on June 21st, and I hope all of you have a chance to join. And speaking about strong women, let me introduce to you somebody who's been coordinating our Asian Heritage Month for many years, and someone who has originally led the effort to have the stamps made on an annual basis, and now they're in kind of a second generation, if you will, and it started all with the great leadership of Claudine Chang. Come on up, Claudine. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Lee. Thank you, everybody, for coming to our kickoff press conference. It's always very, very exciting, as we have been anticipating that all the volunteers have been working on this for half a year. So it's unbelievable that the month of May is finally around the corner. So without further ado, I understand that our city officials have a very, very busy schedule. And I first like to invite up Supervisor Eric Ma and Supervisor Katie Tang, because they have a Rules Committee meeting to rush to. I just want to take half a second, because we are talking about celebrating community milestones. We have actually reached a significant milestone on the Board of Supervisors this year in the celebration of APA Heritage Month, and I'm going to let Supervisor Ma talk about that.
You'll get to see Katie and me run to the Rules Committee in a few minutes, but thank you so much to Claudine for this amazing historic APA Heritage Month this year. I did want to say the sister cities that the mayor talked about to the 110th anniversary of our Nihonmachi Japantown, and other histories of our art and culture sharing to the world and to San Francisco with the 50th of the Asian Art Museum, which I know we are also proud of. But I did want to say that what APA Heritage Month means to me is pride about not just being Chinese and Chinese American, but being Asian and Pacific Islander, with such a strong and inclusive Asian and Pacific Islander community here that supports not only the larger groups like Chinese, Japanese, Koreans, and Filipinos, but also the sometimes underappreciated or underemphasized groups from the Southeast Asian communities to South Asians, to Pacific Islanders as well. It's all about unity and equity as we celebrate the accomplishments each year. So I say it's about pride in my heritage and my community's struggles for equality and equity, but it's also about power, not just elected officials from Mayor Lee to those of us on the Board of Supervisors to the school board or college board or all the commissioners that are so great, but it's about power that comes from the bottom up with so many community-based organizations, those utilizing arts to empower and educate people, but it's power that emerges not just from the top down, but from the bottom up and everything in between. So as we do our work on the Rules Committee with our chairperson, Katie Tang, to Mayor Lee's inclusive efforts to really raise everyone in the city so that we can all be proud and everybody can share in the great benefits of the city, but it's those with the least that also are rising with everyone and have a voice and have power as well. So on this Asian Pacific American Heritage Month, thank you so much to Claudine Cheng and everyone that put so much work into it. And I'm very proud again, but also just amazed by the accomplishments that Claudine and the committee have done over the years. So thank you so much.
Okay, well, thank you so much, everyone, and thank you for being here. Special shout out to Claudine, as always, and all of her amazing volunteers for really doing everything you can to help us celebrate here in the month of May, which is coming up. I think that it's so easy for us to forget how far we've come, and so every May we just take a pause in our life to really understand where we all came from, how far we've come, and how much further we're going to go. I also think that it's so easy for us to take for granted that, you know, in many other places, we may not be able to celebrate the way that we do here in San Francisco. And we do it in so many different ways, not just through APA Heritage Month, but through things such as our Asian Heritage Street Fair, through our annual Chinese New Year Parade, which is the largest in the entire country, through our Asian Art Museum, where we bring exhibits from all over the world to our great city. There's so many ways that we really celebrate our heritage, and I'm so thankful we're able to do it in such an open and embracing way here in San Francisco. So I want to thank you all for celebrating with us, and I wish you a wonderful rest of the press conference. Thank you.
And Claudine reminded me that before Katie and I have to run to the Rules Committee up the stairs, that the Board of Supervisors has adopted APA Heritage Month. I'm trying to remember, we passed the resolution last Tuesday to acknowledge it in the first Tuesday of every month. So we'll be honoring APA Heritage Month at the Board of Supervisors for the future every Tuesday, first Tuesday of May. So as we gather on Monday for the APA Heritage Celebration, we'll also be doing that every year, kind of at the Board of Supervisors, first Tuesday of May. So thank you for being here, everyone, and thank you for helping us celebrate.
So I know there are a number of other city officials here, but maybe we can hear from some of our award recipients first also. So I don't know if everyone have gotten your press package. It's on the table back there. If you haven't, maybe you can pick one up on your way out. So in the significant milestones that we are celebrating this year, we have 3 great organizations. We are celebrating the 40th anniversary of the San Francisco Soul Sister City Committee, the 50th of the Asian Art Museum, and the 110th of San Francisco Japantown. It's amazing number of years and all the volunteers that work behind this anniversary. So I'd like to invite each of the representatives to come up and maybe just 1 minute remarks for now. So let's start with Hagan Shea, Chair of the San Francisco Soul Sister City Committee.
Good morning, everybody. You know, getting involved in this Sister City activity is really honor, special to me, because it's opportunity for me to represent the place I grew up in Seoul, Korea, and also the place now I call home in San Francisco. This is a great opportunity, and I thank you, Claudine Cheng. See you.
Great example of a brief remark. But 40 years of history, I'm sure he can talk to you for 40 hours at least. Next, we'd like to invite our awesome, wonderful director of our museum, Jay Su. We'd like to start with A.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. First, thank you, Mayor Lee, and thanks you, our supervisors and the APA Heritage Celebration Committee for this wonderful recognition. We are honored to be here and celebrating such good company and the museum's 50th anniversary. So congratulations to our fellow honorees. Actually, in addition to celebrating our 50th anniversary, next year will be the centennial of the building where we occupy the former public library building will be the centennial. So we're looking forward to that as well. It is only fitting that the Golden Gate Bridge is our city's most iconic landmark. The organizations being honored today are all serving as bridges, as connectors. At the Asian Art Museum, we bridge art of the past with art of today. We also bridge cultures, connecting Asian art and cultures with our life, with the life of our community. So we know that cultural awareness leads to appreciation, cultural appreciation leads to understanding, and understanding leads to tolerance, and tolerance leads to empathy. So, and you thought we were only about art. Art permeates our life everywhere. For those who are members, donors, and supporters and volunteers of the Asian Art Museum, we're deeply grateful for your support. And to all of you who are future members, that donors and supporting volunteers, we're looking forward to welcome you to our family. And you can follow me after the press conference across the street to the Asian Art Museum if you like. And it's an honor serving the people of San Francisco and the city's visitors from all around the world. We are in Asian Art Museum for all. And we're eagerly looking forward to our next 50 years, and we're looking forward to celebrating the wonderful APA Heritage Month with all of you. Thank you very much.
And representing the Japantown's 110th Anniversary Committee Commissioner, Teresa Ono.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of the Planning Committee of the 110th Anniversary of Japantown in the Western Addition, I am privileged to represent them here today. I want to thank Claudine and her committee, also all of the elected officials, Mayor Lee, and all of you for attending today. We are thrilled to be a recipient of the 2016 APA Heritage Award and would like to also congratulate the Asian Art Museum and the San Francisco Soul Committee, our sister city committee, for their milestones. The 110th anniversary of Japantown is a tribute to our ancestors, the Issei, the first generation, and the Nisei, the second generation Japanese in America. We can enjoy this celebration due to their perseverance and their triumphs, and can continue to be only one of 3 remaining Japantowns in the United States. We look forward to accepting the award on Monday, and the entire Nihonmachi community would like to thank the APA Celebration Committee for recognizing the 110th anniversary of Japantown in the Western Addition. Japantown has been here longer than 110 years. It's been here since 1860, but we're celebrating being in our current location in the Western Addition. Arigatou gozaimashita. Thank you.
I'm so lucky. It's me and my amazing, as in A, my amazing community of volunteers. If you have a chance, if you haven't received it again, if you take the press package, everybody's name, that's our volunteer, the members of the APA Heritage Celebration Committee are here at the back, and I hope that, I'm sure you know each other, and please thank them because really countless hours that everybody has put in for the last half a year. At this time, I'd like 2 of our 3 celebration co-chairs are here. I'd like to have them join me, Mary Nice Lee and Thomas Lee. They were 2 of our 3 celebration co-chairs this year. I understand that Rich Hashimoto is also a co-chair, but unfortunately he cannot be here today. So thank you for their good work. Moving on, I see that I'd like to invite some of our other city officials who haven't had a chance to give us their greetings yet. Supervisor Winner? Carmen, our assessor recorder. And Sheriff Hennessy, would you like to join them as well? Thank you. Our assessor recorder, Carmen Chu. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. I'm so pleased to be here. It's good to see everybody as we kick off our month. I think many of us have been here and we know the drill, but you know what? I want to just really take a moment to thank Claudine, because I think we always thank her every year. But man, I wish I knew the milestone that you are reaching on the number of events that you've now coordinated here for us at City Hall. I mean, time and time again, Claudine has really stepped up to the plate to do probably what is a very thankless job of getting us all together here and coordinating this. And so today I really want to thank Claudine for all of her work in organizing this event, and really just to encourage everybody as you are here to make sure that you're letting all your friends or family and people know about Asian and Pacific American Heritage Month. Let them know about all the activities, the fun things that are happening, and to really help us celebrate the great diversity that we have here. So with that, congratulations, Claudine, for the kickoff today. I look forward to participating in many of the events that are coming this month. Thanks a lot.
I also, and Supervisor Yee and Supervisor Peskin had to go, so I'll speak for the three of us. I also want to just thank Claudine. A lot of these events, not just in the APA community, but in a lot of communities, it relies on the people who just get the work done and make it happen and make all of us look good. And so, Claudine, thank you so much for all of your continuing work. It's so important in our city government that we really don't just take for granted the strength of our diversity, and we continually embrace it and celebrate it. And the APA community plays such a huge role in our city and has since the beginning of our city. And so it is very fitting to celebrate this great community, and congratulations. Thank you.
I want to especially introduce our sheriffs of our city and county of San Francisco, Vicki Hennessy. And because our event is at City Hall, we know that we have no problem with security at all, because our sheriff is here, her team is here, and her department is extremely supportive of our celebration. So we thank you so much.
Thank you. As somebody who grew up in San Francisco with the APA community, I can't imagine what it would have been like without this community. And so I'm so thrilled to be honoring you today. I went to Lafayette Elementary School. I went to Jefferson Elementary School. I went to Francis Scott Key. I couldn't get through one, so I had to go to 3 different ones. But I wanted to commend you. But I also want to recognize the law enforcement deputies that we have in San Francisco. And the San Francisco Sheriff's Department, we have 36% of our sworn staff is represented by your community, and it's my privilege to work with them every day, and I want to give a shout out to them, and also to the San Francisco Police Department, who's experiencing difficult times, but we have so many great APA officers, and I want to make sure that that doesn't go unnoticed. So thank you for inviting me today.
Thank you so much. Anybody that just came in? So it's really a very, very big committee that started from about 15, 16 people in 2005 to 30-some, almost 40 members strong that represent such a diverse ethnic background in our APA community. It's a great committee that I am very fortunate to be working with. At this time, I just also want to say that in addition to the Mayor's Office support and all the city agencies, we really, really appreciate our sponsors. Our celebration every year, although this is a city celebration, but we wouldn't be able to do it without our financial sponsors. So again, they are not, we can't thank you enough, but we do try what we can do. You are on our Facebook, so Facebook page, our website, apasf.org. If you haven't gone there, on our poster board, that we will leave a couple big ones in City Hall throughout the month of May. And we really appreciate that, because this business and community partnership is part of what our celebration is about, and it's very important. two years ago, when we celebrate our 10th anniversary, we thank those sponsors, the three that actually was with us in the first year and for the last 10 years. And they were Wells Fargo, AT&T, and PG&E, and we very appreciate their support. This year, and every year, we add a few new sponsors. We are very, very lucky. And I want to give a shout out to those new sponsors that are represented here today. Kikkoman. Where's Mr. Kikkoman? He's a Yahoo hero. I always just call him Mr. Kikkoman. And I've learned a lot more about Kikkoman. They have over 700 products. I just thought that it's the 2 or 3 bottles of soy sauce. Actually, it is not. I was corrected. They have over 700 products. And go talk to him afterwards. And then we are very, very delighted to have Toto. Toto USA. Toto. Mr. Toto? James. So as a global company, this is the first year that Toto will have a presence in San Francisco. We are very delighted, the mayor's office, that Toto has selected San Francisco to have their first showroom in the Northern California area here. So we look forward to seeing your showroom. Is it across from the AT&T Park, right? Yeah, we look forward to visiting, to the grand opening. We want to thank First Republic Bank also for coming in, and other new sponsors, Asuma Food. I'm not sure if Mr. Yuki is here from Asuma Food, and CalBev, the American Beverage Association. So it really takes a whole village of friends in the business community to work with us to make this work. At this time, I'd like to especially invite our Heritage Champion sponsor, Wells Fargo, who since the year 2005 have been with us and continue to be the champion supporting APA Heritage Month. And with us today is Mark Nung, our good friend, Senior Vice President of the Bay Area, Wells Fargo.
Thank you,
Mark.
I was expecting you to introduce me as Mr. Wells Fargo since he had Mr. Kikkoman, so. Good morning, everybody. I'm Mark Nung. I'm Senior Vice President, and I'm the Marketing Manager for Wells Fargo here in the Bay. And as Claudine said, we're very proud to be one of the founding sponsors of the APA Heritage Month. Wells Fargo has the pleasure of being involved in a lot of different efforts, important efforts throughout the city. But it's efforts like this where we have been there from the beginning, where we can see something grow that really means the most to us. And as a company rooted in history, 164 years to be exact, we are very, very happy about this year's theme of celebrating community milestones. And I know it's been mentioned several times today, but it goes again, the 40th anniversary of the San Francisco Soul Sister Committee, the 50th anniversary of the Asian Art Committee, and the 110th anniversary of SF Japantown. I was just thinking about this, and that's 200 years worth of history. So just thanks to the 3 of the organizations for all the milestones and the histories you've already created and will continue to create. So congratulations. APA Heritage Month is not just for APAs, it really is for all Americans. And it's not just for history that's already been written, but it's the history that continues to be written in our city. Just a couple weeks ago, the Board of Supervisors passed SOMA, Pilipinas, to be recognized at the market for historic Filipino town. So even amidst all the milestones, there's still milestones and histories being written. And we thank Claudine, the volunteers of the APA Heritage Foundation, our co-chairs, the whole village that it takes to put on, because it's really efforts like this, people like this, that make this city what it is. So happy APA Heritage Month, and thanks again to Claudine and the staff. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Wells Fargo.
No, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Wells Fargo. So we really appreciate the long-standing relationship. It's not a one-year deal, believe me. If you are here, we expect and hope you have such a good time connecting with the community that you will stay. As a good example, last year we have Jeans Eyewear joining us for the first time, and they are so happy and they are returning. Thank you very much, Mr. Jean. Kim from Jeans Eyewear. Yeah. So if you wonder if you should continue your support, please talk to Kim of Jeans Eyewear. So So please really look through our website, our Facebook page, and our press packet to see all the people that have been helping us to make this happen. In San Francisco, the Sister City committees are very, very important part of this Asian Heritage Month celebration. I see that quite a few sister cities are represented here today, starting with the Manila Sister City. Carmen Colette, the chair. The Osaka Sister City Association, Kathleen Kimura, representing them today. For the San Francisco Ho Chi Minh City Sister City Committee. George Sechong and G. Prit, thank you for being sponsors this year. Do I miss anybody? And Irene E. Riley, representing the Taipei Sister City. Thank you. So it really takes a big effort. This year, in addition to our sponsors, our community sponsors, we also have added 30-some organizations, community organizations, to join in our effort as community partners to spread the word, because I think everybody here knows that May, in this room knows that May is APA Heritage Month. Most of the San Francisco's may or may not know. So it is our objective every year to promote that awareness, and we want to thank Crystal Wong this year to lead up the effort to conduct outreach, and we have 30-some more organizations working with us, and we want to thank Crystal. It's all very important. So, and all the commissioners that are here, I know that there's like half the room are commissioners, so I'm not going to miss anybody. So I just want to thank you for being here. At this time, I was going to invite Raymond Kim, who is the chair of the APA Heritage Foundation, to join us, but unfortunately, Raymond has to go out of town for work this morning. So just a note, a few years ago, the APA Heritage Foundation, which is a 501c3 nonprofit organization, was established to secure resources and to sustain this celebration every year. So the nonprofit has a very, very small board, all the other members here, and I'd like them to join me at this time. Irene E. Riley. Irene. Matt Mui, is Matt here today from AT&T? Scott Adams from Comcast. Who else did we missing? So, yeah, the other one, Valerie was under the weather. So, so it's a very small board, but we work very, very closely together, and then we work with our our community planning committee. So we've decided this year that since we so appreciate the support of the businesses, we know, and nonprofit organizations, it's not easy. We are out there fundraising for so many things, from day in, day out. So we decided that every year we are going to show some appreciation to those businesses and organizations that have reached the 5-year milestone. So we have 4 of those businesses and organizations today, and I'd like the representative to join us, because we do have a small token of appreciation for you. And I'd like to ask Linda Mihara, our artist, to join us in this presentation, because this is artwork that she created. Linda was one of our APA Heritage Award recipients last year and continue to be a part of our family. So the first organization that we like to show our appreciation is the Academy of Art University. Actually, they have been there for 6 years. Representing the Academy today is Rebecca Delgado. Thank you. And next one up, he's already here, Comcast, Scott.
All
right. And the third one is Japantown Merchants Association. Unfortunately, Richard Hashimoto cannot be with us today. And last but not least, we have the Portsmouth Plaza Parking Corporation, represented by our Rose Chung today, who is on the board of the. Thank you for your support. Huh? Thank you. So, just a couple of housekeeping matters. I'm just so very, very delighted to share with you that we will be at Herbst Theatre on Mondays at 5:30 for the APA Heritage Awards ceremony. Within a week of the announcement of the event, every single seat was taken. We actually, the theater sits about 900. Actually, we have 1,000 people on the list. So we want to ask all of you, those of you who especially that have reserved seating because you are a sponsor or you are a award recipient, we'd like you to arrive very early. And if your seat, unfortunately, if your seat is not occupied by 5:15, we would open them up for general seating. And we hope you understand why, because we really have a lot of people that like to come see you being honored this year. So that's very important. And after the ceremony, we'll invite everybody to join us here at City Hall, where we have a great reception and another round of raffles that Crystal is helping us put together this year. So we really hope that you will tell all your friends. And if you have not registered yet, don't worry, but the most important thing is to be there early. Most of the seats are first come, first served. So we hope that we hope to pack the Herbst Theatre during that hour and a half, and then we will see a full house here at City Hall. What's so special this year at City Hall is also not just the great food and beverage that our receptions are known for. This is also the year where we are starting to have community exhibit and public information tables. So we hope that we can create an opportunity for communities to get to know each other a little bit more. So we hope that, you know, aside from coming for the good and wonderful drinks, that you also visit the community tables. So with that, are there any questions about our celebration next Monday? If not, thank you so much for coming. And with the members of the APA Heritage Celebration Committee, we are going to take a group picture out there in the grand stairway. So if you would just go there, and we'll just try to do this efficiently, okay? Thank you, everyone. Thank you.